Good morning, everyone. We're just giving everybody a few minutes to get logged in and we'll start momentarily. All right, good morning, everyone. And we'll get started with this morning's AGM. So good morning and welcome to the annual general meeting of the Association of New Brunswick Licensed Practical Nurses. My name is Diana and I will be acting as moderator. So today's meeting is being recorded and will be shared to our website for those who are unable to attend the live event. Simultaneous translation to French is available by clicking the interpretation button at the bottom of your screen. We wish to acknowledge the traditional territories of the Wabanaki people of the Dawn, on which our office sits. The Wabanaki include Mi'kmaq, Wolastoqey, Passamaquoddy, Abenaki, and Penobscot. So on your screens, you'll see today's agenda. So questions pertaining to the annual report may be submitted in the Q&A box. Please include your email address as we will be answering questions directly via email in the coming days. Questions will only be visible to ANBLPN. So it's now my pleasure to introduce ANBLPN's board president, Jean-Philippe Lausier, who will begin the annual general meeting. Jean-Philippe has been an LPN since 2007 and is presently employed with Extramural in Caraquet and is a member of the Nursing Clinical Practical Leadership Committee, as well as Extramural Ambulance New Brunswick Medical and Professional Advisory Committee. So please welcome Board President Jean-Philippe Lausier.
Bonjour à tous. Je m'appelle Jean-Philippe Lausier, président du conseil d'administration de l'association. Nous allons maintenant commencer notre assemblée générale annuelle. J'ouvre officiellement cette assemblée et j'aimerais souhaiter la bienvenue à tous. Nous sommes l'Association des infirmières et infirmiers auxiliaires autorisés du Nouveau-Brunswick et notre seul mandat est de veiller à ce que toutes les infirmières et infirmiers auxiliaires autorisés du Nouveau-Brunswick aient la formation et la compétence nécessaires pour fournir les soins sécuritaires compétents, éthiques, ainsi que compatissants au nom de la protection du public. À ce titre, nous inscrivons les infirmiers et infirmières auxiliaires et leur délivrant des autorisations d'exercer. Nous fixons les normes de la pratique infirmière. Nous approuvons et accréditons les programmes de formation en soins infirmiers et intervenons pour préserver une pratique sûre, compétente, éthique et compatissante. Notre vision est que les infirmières auxiliaires font partie intégrante des soins de santé collaboratifs et qu'elles soient respectées pour leurs compétences, leur expertise, leur compassion et leurs normes éthiques. Notre mission est de garantir au public un engagement en faveur de soins sûrs, compétents, empreints de compassion et éthique, en réglementant et en renforçant la profession d'infirmière auxiliaire. Nos valeurs sont les suivantes. Le respect en créant et en entretenant une culture de l'équité et de l'inclusion de la diversité. Intégrité, être honnête, juste, cohérent, fiable et objectif dans nos actions. La collaboration, c'est d'engager les IAA et les autres parties prenantes dans un esprit de coopération afin d'établir et de maintenir des relations professionnelles et publiques solides. La qualité, c'est de promouvoir l'excellence dans la réglementation professionnelle des soins infirmiers et le professionnalisme, c'est par l'établissement et le maintien de la relation thérapeutique entre les infirmières et les clients. L'apprentissage continu, l'éthique, la responsabilité envers le public, les clients, la profession, les collègues et nous-mêmes. Le procès-verbal de la réunion de 2023 a été examiné et approuvé par Kim Steve, avec l'appui de Marsha Wilson, comme étant une description claire de la réunion. Maintenant, j'aimerais présenter les membres du conseil d'administration de l'association pour l'année 2023. Je commencerai avec les membres de l'exécutif, qui sont moi-même, Jean-Philippe Lausier, en tant que président, Kim Steve, vice-président, Laurie Kinley, secrétaire, Gérard Boisvert, trésorier. Nos conseillers généraux pour 2023 sont pour la région 1, Natasha Landry, région 2, Jennifer Bickford, région 3, Dawn Fulches, région 4, c'est Marshall Wilson, région 5, Isabelle Bass, et la région 6, April Goodfellow. Et nos membres publics de l'année 2023 sont Barb Fitcher et Louisa Montoya. De plus, Joanne Graham, la directrice générale registraire. Notre conseiller juridique est Dan Légère et les finances de l'association sont confiées à Shannon et Buffett, comptable professionnel agréé, et Sean Williams est le contrôleur de l'association. Conformément à la législation et la loi sur les IAA, les affaires de l'association sont gérées par le conseil d'administration. Le but de l'Assemblée générale annuelle est de présenter le rapport annuel et de répondre aux questions à ce sujet. L'obligation fiduciaire de réglementer la profession d'infirmière auxiliaire s'accompagne de nombreuses responsabilités et obligations de rendre compte, et tout cela est fait pour assurer la protection du public. L'autorité réglementaire de l'association est chargée de superviser la réglementation des candidats, des membres actifs et des membres non pratiquants. De plus, l'association cherche à établir des politiques pour assurer l'amélioration et la croissance professionnelle des infirmières et infirmiers auxiliaires autorisés, promouvoir la collaboration au sein de l'équipe de soins de santé et assurer au public que les normes adéquates de soins infirmiers sont fournies par ses membres. Les soins de santé au Nouveau-Brunswick ont été mis à l'épreuve par le recrutement et le maintien en poste des professionnels de la santé. Afin d'assurer la croissance en termes de sécurité publique, d'adhésion et de protection du public, l'association doit également continuer à croître en tant qu'organisme de réglementation. Pour réaliser cette croissance, notre plan stratégique s'articule autour de 4 principales priorités qui sont décrites dans le rapport annuel. Je vais maintenant demander à Joanne Graham, registraire et directrice générale de l'association, de présenter le rapport de la directrice générale pour 2023.
Good morning, bonjour everyone. I will share with you a brief overview of the annual report, which can be found on our website. We will start with the ANBLPN affiliations, which we are affiliated with CCPNR, which is the Canadian Council of Practical Nurse Regulators. And this is a not-for-profit organization consisting of all practical nurse regulators in Canada, leading the development of multi-jurisdictional practice guidance, standard documents, and multi-jurisdictional initiatives. How the affiliation supports ANBLPN's mandate is certainly we share initiatives and common approaches for fair, consistent, and accessibility regulatory processes in Canada. And we just recently completed the Code of Ethics project as well. For CNRC, the Canadian Nurse Regulators Collaborative, this facilitates collaboration among the organizations who regulate RPNs, LPNs, RNs, and registered psychiatric nurses, promoting patient safety and public protection. We are also affiliated with the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, and this is an independent, not-for-profit organization through which nursing regulatory body acts and counsel together on matters of common interest and concern affecting public health, safety, and welfare, including the development of nursing licensure examinations. There's also the National Nursing Assessment Service, a National Nursing Assessment Service for LPN certification. This enhances regulatory effectiveness and leadership in regards to improving ANBLPN's ability to fulfill the public interest mandate. Also, there's CNAR, which is Canadian Network of Agencies for Regulation, a federation of national organizations whose provincial and territorial members are responsible for protecting the public through self-regulation. We are certainly continue to have interprofessional collaborations. I'll just name a few that are listed here. We are meeting on a regular basis and we share resources as well. We attend meetings, committees, and we have discussions on a regular basis with the following: Department of Health, Department of Social Development, the Department of Health's Internationally Educated Health Professions Navigation Team, the Nurses Association of New Brunswick, the Canadian Union of Public Employees, New Brunswick Nurses Union, and we also, I won't name all, but we have a very close working relationship with MBCC, CCNB, as well as Olton College and Collège d'Île. So we certainly will continue to meet with these departments and organizations on a regular basis. Next slide, please. Some of our highlights and achievements for 2023 are we do have the new National Code of Ethics. We've done a proposal submitted to Departments of Post-Secondary Education and Training and Labor, Social Development and Health to ensure public safety through regulation of the unregulated care providers. We've done several presentations to the Ministers of Health and Social Development on regulation of the unregulated care providers. We've been working on the National Language Proficiency Standard setting. Also, the adoption of new English and French language proficiency benchmarks as a requirement for international applicants in keeping with our pan-Canadian counterparts. As I won't go through all of them, the NNURSE's implementation is underway, which is an electronic repository of Canadian nurse registration and discipline information, which is a huge project for us at this time. Also, the Canadian Institute for Health Information new standard layout to be implemented. And we have also looked at national standards of practice for, as a review is being initiated as well. We meet with new graduates just prior to entering the workforce. We meet with all students in every educational establishment, and we certainly walk them through all the processes of becoming an LPN, right from their first year to their second year to when they have to write the exam, and afterwards being registered as a member of ANBLPN. We've increased subscriptions to pre-authorized debit for renewal, we have certainly have the Board of Directors and Subcommittee Complaints and Discipline Education delivered. So we have done program approval in 2023, and most of them have been accredited in 2024. It's a huge undertaking when we do the accreditations. It's a lot of work. It is in accordance with the Licensed Practical Nurses Act. We have 3 organizations that have been approved to deliver practical nursing education in the province, being CCMB that has 5 campuses. We have MBCC that has 6, and we also have Olton College. So they've done a really good job. They are providing amazing education, and they are meeting our entry-level competencies while adhering to the standards of practice and code of ethics. So in regards to the Pathways to Licensure, ANBLPN's Pathways to Licensure program is a 10-week program that provides a refresher of the basics of nursing, as well as a review of the Canadian and provincial healthcare systems. The program prepares the applicant to write the CPNRE exam. While enrolled in the program applicants are able to work asynchronously while they manage modules at home and are online weekly as synchronous interactive group. The program is to provide support and internationally educated nurses who have met the entry-level competencies of an LPN for New Brunswick and have lapsed in their currency while immigrating to Canada. Also, this is offered to graduates of a Bachelor of Nursing program who have not passed the NCLEX RN. We are also working with the colleges in regards to the re-entry program, which is a program that provides approximately 38 weeks gap training. It's a refresher training and orientation to the Canadian provincial healthcare systems. It is designed to assist previously LPNs from New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and PEI, and to support internationally educated nurse applicants who have been assessed with gaps in their education. Previously licensed practical nurses, upon successful completion of the reentry program, the minimum pass mark is 75, and previously licensed practical nurses may be eligible for full licensure. And the IENs, they have to, upon successful completion of the program, their minimum pass mark is also 75, and the IEN candidate may be eligible to write the CPNRE. New and updated resources. So we've been adding to our website. So please go on our website and take a look. We are looking at some new pages in regards to the annual license renewal, insurance, transferring out of New Brunswick, jurisprudence, revised pages. We've done some really good revisions, especially for the licensure and renewal to transferring to New Brunswick, continuing competency program resources, communications, educational modules. We've provided webinars, which our members can certainly, our registrants can certainly do our webinars to count for the continuing competency program. So during Nursing Week, we did do workplace civility, leadership and nursing practice, diabetes education. We also did some dementia webinars as well. And the online modules that are available are immunization, lab values, phlebotomy, and jurisprudence. As you can see what the stats are there. The Step Up to Nursing program is a nursing initiative, is a workplace-based wage-supported learning model that provides education to New Brunswickers who are interested in advancing their nursing careers. ANBLPN took part in these meetings for the Anglophone program and the Francophone program. And in September, the first cohort started their journey to become LPNs and RNs. In 2023, the enrollment from PSW to LPN in St. John, there was 15 enrolled. Bathurst program stream there was 12 enrolled. And LPN to RN, there are 28 LPNs that have enrolled in the program in St. John, and in Bathurst, the Francophone program, there are 24. In 2023, the highlights are, as you can see, we have some really cool, interesting facts here and stats from our membership. So our member statistics are showing by age group. As you can see, we also have 4,163 active and members for 2023 and 315 non-practicing members. These are LPNs not working but eligible to reinstate to active in 2023. So what we can see is that we still have individuals at 70 years old. We do have some people still working. So it ranges from below 20 to 70 plus. Students and exams, you can see that we've had 172 students from NBCC write, 75 from CCNB, and 57 from Olton College, and other that could be internationally educated nurses or people coming in. Our Quebec writers are coming in as well. So in 2023, we had 341 candidates that attempted the CPNRE exam with a total of 317 passes. These individuals are eligible for rewrites. So as you can see, for NBCC, the available seats for year 1 and year 2 in the PSW to PN. CCNB, also the available seats there for year 1 and 2. And Olton College, the available seats for year 1 and year 2. And this group consists mainly of internationally educated nurses. However, it can also include graduates from other provinces wishing to write the CPNRE. So in regards to verification of registration incoming, we had 183 verifications of registration process for applicants seeking licensure in New Brunswick, and an increase of 58% over 2022. So this is the percentage of applicants from 2023 did not renew. We had 45% that did not renew their license for 2024. This is an increase in travel. Virtual care options has resulted in transient registration numbers. Active registrants may not be actively residing or practicing in New Brunswick at this time. And verification of registration outgoing, there was 168 VORs processed for members seeking licensure in other jurisdictions. And as you can see that they are going to other provinces, several going to Newfoundland, and several going to BC as well as Alberta. And in regards to the IENs, we've received 124 applications in 2023, 57 IEN applicants approved to participate in the Pathways to Licensure program. And we had IEN applicants referred to the reentry program. We had 11 of those individuals. And certainly IENs eligible to write the CPNRE in 2023 were 35. In regards to the complaints and investigation and discipline, the complaints and investigation and discipline processes protect the public by providing an opportunity to improve unsafe or unethical practice through remediation and corrective action, remove incompetent or unethical members, and inform the ANBLPN of potential or identified risk to the public in LPN practice. We received 16 complaints for 2023, and they are all listed here. Some you could see that they are conduct unbecoming, drug diversion, medication errors, incompetence, working without a license, could be patient abandonment as well. So we are trying to do more and more resolutions. So we do have 3 individuals that their licenses they chose to withdraw, and resolved by the complaint was withdrawn, and resolved by the registrar. Sometimes we can find resolutions with the employer in regards to probably offering some education with them, or we offer some other resolutions, and there's 3 individuals that were given that option. And we also had 6 that were referred to the discipline committee, and others can be resolved. So 4 of those as well, okay, by the registrar and resolutions together. And now I'm going to hand it over to Sean Williams to go over the financial statements with you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sean Williams. I'm the controller / bookkeeper at the association. The financial statements were audited by Shannon and Buffett, and there was a clean audit opinion on those, which is just what we're looking for. No issues or deficiencies in the audit. I'll start with the statement of financial position. So this is everything the association owns and everything it owes. Starting up in the asset section are cash and cash equivalents. This is cash in the bank and investments that are due within the next year, just under 2.7 million. Accounts receivable, 11,000. Prepaid expenses, which is our medical malpractice insurance paid in December for the 2024 year, of 37,000. Our investments, our operating reserve fund, is just over 2.7 million at the end of 2023. Capital assets, 205,000, and this includes the building, vehicle, office equipment, and furniture. Down in the liabilities section, these are payables that we owe at the end of the year. Accounts payable and accrued liabilities, 251,000. This is mainly HST payable at the end of Q4 due to membership renewals at the end of the year. Our deferred revenue is 1.1 million this year, which is slightly higher than last year, 2022. This is due to the increase in membership fees, 350 versus 325 in the previous year. And our net assets breakdown of our operating reserve fund, our investment in capital assets, and our unrestricted net assets are all there as well. That's it for the statement of financial position. We can move on to the statement of operations. The association is fairly comparable year over year, so I'll touch on some highlights or some big changes showing from 2022. First of all, registration renewals, up 6% from last year. The membership fee was the same for those 2 years, so that is just a 6% increase in membership. Just looking down through for any other significant increases. The courses are up approximately 60,000, and that is due to $50,000 we received from Horizon for jurisprudence courses. You'll see our interest and unrealized gain loss on investments are both up significantly from 2022. This is due to the market being up at the end of 2023 and an increase of investments as well. The grants amount there, that's a new line item this year, 23,000. That was funding from the Canadian Institute for Health Information for a special project, and that funding has all been spent within the year. Down in the expenses, salaries and benefits are down 60,000. That was due to our previous practice consultant and admin leaving throughout the year and then being replaced subsequently. Workshops was down a little bit as well. That was also down with the revenue up above. The committee's line item there, 13,352. That is a new line item this year. It was included up in directors' meetings in the previous year, so we just wanted to break that out separately. Down to legal, 54,000 versus 24,000 in the previous year. 2022 was a very low year for legal. Even 2023 was very low for an association of this size, so that number should likely increase next year. We had 2 good years of not a lot going on. And that's pretty much it. So our revenue, as you see for the total there, just under 1.7 million versus just under 1.4 million in the previous year. Our expenses for 2023 have dropped just under $1 million versus just over $1 million last year. So fairly comparable, slight decrease there. Our excess of revenue over expenses, or net income, as it's otherwise known as, is $709,000 for 2023, compared to $352,000 in 2022. So a very good year for that. So that's the statement of operations, or statement of net income. Next, we have the statement of cash flows. And I'm not going to touch on this too much, but it is here for you if you want to look at it. This statement of cash flows basically shows how the cash was used during the year, how it came in and how it went out. And then it balances at the bottom to our cash ending balance on this, as shown on the statement of financial position. So that's it for me, and I will turn it back to Joanne. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. So in 2023, we did have some changes to the board of directors who completed their term. And we had Colleen McLaughlin, who was our vice president. Margot Lozier was our treasurer, and Gerard was a Region 6 member at large. We certainly thank these individuals for their devoted time to the ANBLPN board. They are all amazing LPNs, and we certainly would like to recognize our new members for the 2023 board to 2024 for their terms that they will be doing. So we have Kim Steves, our vice president. Gerard Beauvoir has accepted the treasurer position, and we are welcoming April Goodfellow from Region 6. So welcome to all. Thank you. And before we end, I would certainly like to give a reminder to everyone to please look at your summer issue of the Blue Band. And this is available on our website. We are congratulating the graduating classes of 2024. We are certainly recognizing those who won the President's Awards from every campus. And we are also congratulating our new board members for 2024 as well. We are welcoming new members for Region 2, Karen Mitchell, and Jennifer Bickford has accepted the secretary position for our board as well. And on another note, there is in the Blue Band, there is certainly the explanation of the Nurses Initiative, and that we will be one of the early adopters along with Nova Scotia, and the system will allow all nurse regulators across Canada to share, review, and exchange registration and discipline information on nurses registered and licensed in Canada and the United States. A privacy impact statement was completed to continue to ensure compliance with the Protection of Privacy Act. And this will be a unique identifier, which will be assigned to each nurse to enable identification of the same nurse across all jurisdictions. They are registered, licensed in and across all nursing types. And we are certainly, what does this mean to you as LPNs? This will improve public safety. There will be a speedier exchange of regulatory data. Verification of registrations for incoming and outgoing members. There will be a reliable identification of all jurisdictions where a nurse is registered, and explore options to provide more timely and reliable access to nurse health human resources data, which is a national requirement. You will see nurses included in our privacy statement on your renewal from this year forward. And we also want to align with Nurses Canada procedures. So summaries and responses to complaints are being updated on our website by law students this summer. They'll be in assisting us to complete this project during the summer of 2024. So that is and certainly we want you to stay connected with us through our website, our Facebook and Instagram. And certainly we've also put in the Blue Band that we have put some information in regards to the TD insurance as well. So take a peek at that. Wishing you all a wonderful summer. Thank you for attending today. And certainly you can forward your questions and we will certainly respond and get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for attending.
All right, so that concludes our AGM for 2024. I'll leave it open for a few minutes. If you do have questions, you can put them down in the Q&A box, and we'll be getting back to individuals via email. So please also put your email address in with your question so that we can address them in the coming days after the presentation here.